So you might be wondering, how the hell did you get this meat slicer? Well, there's a little bit of a backstory. Hi, welcome to Angel's Anything Show. And today we are bringing you another product review. What product are we reviewing today? Drum roll please. It's a meat slicer.
Can I stop?
Yeah, you can stop. Here we have a stainless steel Rival Sedalia meat slicer, vintage. What year? We're not sure. I looked online and the research I did was very hard research. It was at least 5 minutes of Googling. I think this is probably late 50s, early 60s meat slicer. So you might be wondering, how the hell did you get this meat slicer? Well, there's a little bit of a backstory. So basically, we got this meat slicer because years and years ago, my dad found it at either a Goodwill or a tag sale, and he thought it was just a cool, kind of funny thing to have in the house, I guess. In the end, I think he maybe only used it twice, but he's dead, so that's not funny, right? Oh, that's right, he gave it to you.
Yeah, I was like, that's a cool meat slicer.
Why are you talking and walking away from the camera? This is Dan on camera. Hey, everybody. My dad gave you this meat slicer. What happened in the combo?
He's scared.
We knew he was dying, so we started getting rid of his things. I'm just kidding.
It's kind of true, man.
So we've had it for a while, and we keep trying to get rid of it, but we're like, how do you even throw something like this away? And then I thought, before we get rid of it, we should memorialize it at least once in a product review video and demo. What's funny is that if my dad was alive, he'd be like, Angela, get rid of this stupid fucking thing. I don't care. This isn't memories of my dad using a meat slicer. It's just memories of it collecting dust on a shelf. But I think it's kind of cool. So what else is there to know about this meat slicer? This is basically what this piece holds the thing you're gonna slice, which you'll see on camera.
You know the technical term?
What is it?
A holder.
This blade, which later on meat slicers I think started to have covers of the blades for safety, but this is made during the time where kids were piling into a trunk with no seatbelts on, you know what I'm saying? People were eating TV dinners and microwaving plastic with their food. People still do that actually. I just learned I'm not supposed to do that. So there's also every time I try to talk, this squeaks and it makes me want to kill myself. This thing right here kind of, it determines the width of the slice. This is the motor. So this is how you actually do the slicing. Now, a little tip, we had cleaned this, but it was still not going very smoothly. So Dan just greased the bottom of this down. Now, as my dad would say, since this is somewhat of a tribute, wiped it up, polished it up, cleaned it up, greased it up, and it's running like a top. It's time to put this baby to the test. It's time for the first ever edition of Will It Slice? So the first thing that we're gonna test out slicing is a loaf of seitan, colloquially known as seitan. Oh, there's a dog here. It's incorporated into the dish. This is supposed to act as a deli meat, a faux meat deli meat, so I would love to get some nice thin roast beef slices out of this. Do you think you can help me out with that? Mm-hmm. You wanna wear an apron?
No.
Plug her in. This is what we got. Thin, uniform, gonna be great on sandwiches.
Fucking mint, dude.
Yeah, I'm actually really excited. Okay, so, do we have one more thing to slice?
I think so.
It's an eggplant. So, I read that basically anything that you can slice in a mandolin, you can use in a meat slicer, which is great because I don't love mandolin slicers. Instead of slicing the eggplant this way, we're gonna do it the long way and fry it up. So let's try that. This little piece of machinery is perfect for the eggplant because it has these sticky prongs that are gonna help secure what you're slicing. Like so, so you puncture them. Should I give it a go? Let me give it a go. All right, and here we have our eggplant. Perfect uniform slices. I think we should fry these. Okay, so it seems like after a good cleaning, a greasing, most important part, this thing is still kicking ass after all these years. I would love to know how old it is. My guess is 1960. What do you think, Dan? Do you think we should keep this? Where do we put it though? It's so big.
On display. On a shelf in the living room.
What? I'm still undecided. It is pretty cool, but it is like a lot to just like cut an eggplant. I guess it's like, all right, bust out the meat slicer, you know? At the same time,
Why not?
why not? We're leaving it up to you, viewers. What do you think? Should we get rid of the meat slicer? Or do we keep the meat slicer and bring you another episode of Will It Slice? At a later date, mayhaps? What do you think? Let us know. Is there something you want us to try to slice? Let us know. Babe, I want to thank you for being in this video with me. You're a gem. And I want to thank you, the viewers, for watching this episode of Angela's Anything Show. And we'll see you next time. Goodbye. That was weird. What was that?
That was great.
Bye.
Bye.
That's good, right?
You're fucking crazy.